Okay. Good afternoon, son. Good afternoon. Let's see now. I can't hear you.
Good afternoon. How are you?
Okay, I got you now.
Good.
Yeah, get my stuff together. Hmm.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I hear you.
It looks like we're in trouble next week.
I don't think so.
Oh, did you see what I saw?
Yeah,
Shoot, we're in huge trouble. That boy that plays both positions,
Hunter.
he ain't nothing to play around with. And that quarterback, woo, and that running back, and Dion,
That was exciting. You got your wish on that
I sure did.
one.
Man, that was phenomenal.
Yeah, they can't take that away from them. That's history.
That is, yeah.
That's big history. We just gotta go home, restrap, get on that plane, and fly on into Boulder.
That's it.
And show up.
Right.
You know, you don't know until you have the man on your team and yourself until you have adversity. How do you handle adversity?
That's true.
And then that's individuals, but when you put it on a team level, that's a whole different ball game. You got to say, well, I'm not going to point fingers. It's the team, and
Right.
that coach did all he could not to throw nobody underneath the bus. Oh, Rule,
He sure did.
they made some bonehead mistakes.
Oh man.
This coaching too, there's some things he could have did. You know, he doesn't have the urgency. Like if you can get some points, get some points. We just want to see something, positive. We ain't no getting out here and do no risk takers. You ain't in no position to chance things when you got something that you can, points that you can get.
That's right.
That's football.
Hmm.
Guess who's up in L.A.?
Our nephew.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's I guess Camara went to the Beyonce concert.
Last night.
She's gonna have three of them, so that's one down.
Yeah. We just had the biggest girl. The only one who trumps her is that lady named Taylor Swift.
Oh yeah,
Now them people they come to see our sister now, but they come from all over the world, wherever she goes.
oh yeah.
And she was here for about 4 days last week.
They even gonna have a movie about her.
Oh yeah.
Her's gonna come out in the movie.
She's sort of like Elvis.
that is that is that's a unique situation. That's what technology and the modern world of communications are all about.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Teresa.
Hello.
Hi,
How
Teresa.
you?
Hello. How are you?
Okay.
Doing fine. We
Good.
just chit chatting, getting started here. How is it? How is it out on the East Coast?
Hot,
Man,
hot, hot, hot.
uh, my picture is just a mirage. It's a little toasty out here too. Here
Hot.
comes Iris.
Yep. We just got off another call.
Hi, Iris.
How are you, Jerry?
I'm doing fine. And
Good.
there's Jerry Jr. up there.
Jerry Jr., nice to meet you.
How you doing, Iris? Nice to meet you too.
Good. So what are y'all working on today?
Well, we're going to take it a little bit at a time. We got an agenda. I'm going to try to follow the agenda. We want to touch base on Jed Match,
Mm-hmm.
Family Tree Maker, and we want to share some of our photos. A lot of us have been traveling,
Nice.
just to have a family and family photos, union photos, and then pretty much open it up to tools that you guys have learned since we last met. Share some of the tools. There's
Okay.
a lot of new things that have happened
Yes.
in the platforms.
Some updates.
Yeah. I was just saying in the Zoom meeting, there's a new update that you can take a quick video clip of yourself and some facts. It's a beta that you can share with others.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I'll have to take a look at it, see how it works.
I haven't seen that yet. I feel like I'm always trying to keep up with all the new updates on everything.
Well, they want to try to keep us interested. There's a lot of competition.
Yes.
Every time I look at my different Zoom bills or different program bills, they're going up.
Yes. True.
If they give you some more information, techniques, they want you to pay for it.
Yes. Let's see.
I haven't cut back on very many of the platforms that I have. I've just pretty much maintained them. Just have to utilize them a little more. What have you discovered since we last talked, program wise? Because you were working with that DNA painter.
Yes, and I honestly have not even had a chance to look at it. I keep getting different requests from different people to help them figure out who their biological parents are, or I'm always working on other people's stuff. So I haven't really had a chance to focus on that. And I think I need to take back some of my time and,
I
work
believe
on.
that self-preservation is the first law of nature.
Right. Right. And Teresa and I started working on something for Eddie, for one of his first cousins who was adopted. And her mother is related to some of my cousins. Not sure about the father yet. We just started building that tree and connecting her DNA matches to her tree today, or maybe 2 days ago.
Were you using the planter, or you using our traditional methods?
I'm not sure. I don't know what the planter method is.
Painter, excuse me.
Oh, painter. Oh, no, not yet. Not yet. Just traditional.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She is on Ancestry, and I've not downloaded her raw DNA or anything to create anything new as far as that's concerned. It was just like very basic, just starting. Because I think even in her DNA, it wasn't showing anything that was maternal or paternal, because she's
Not
not.
even on not even on her matches.
No.
It's on there now, Iris. It updated.
Now?
It's there.
Oh, it updated. Okay. I guess because nothing had been done yet.
Yeah.
So now it's showing, and I think that her maternal side is where one of my cousins is matching her.
Hey, which one? Which cousin of Eddie's were you doing that for?
Sonia Marie Mingo.
Sonia.
I wonder, is she in your matches?
I don't know. I had a Sonia who was on my meeting, the last meeting, and I couldn't. She might have.
She was in your last meeting?
Yeah.
The
Oh,
Mingo? Sonia Mingo?
No, her name was Sonia. I don't know her last.
Oh, I don't think that's the same one.
oh. Let's see. Oh, here we go. I guess I can look and see if you're in her matches. And I don't believe she's related to him at all, though.
Yeah, we'll
The
pass
aunt,
on.
right? Isn't it related? She related to the aunt or something?
Yeah, let's pass on that one.
Yeah.
I mean, because I just don't want to go out down rabbit holes.
I understand.
I try to stay a little bit more focused, where if I can see it, if I can see before I shoot.
Right.
I'm a hunter and a farmer. So we we decided to come back to this time zone, the 2 o'clock on a Sunday, first and the third, to get back on track. People have been on vacations, they've been having other activities, and so I just wanted to just touch base and open it up. And I've taken a little bit more time, instead of just setting up meetings. I've been contacting individuals and talking to them, building a relationship other than from the Zoom platform.
Mm-hmm.
Checking on them, seeing how they're doing, and
Are they actually responding?
yeah, I'm getting direct contacts with them because I'm calling them. I have the numbers.
Gotcha.
So, so you see what I mean? Whether they respond through phone message, through phone calls,
Mhm.
and people have different. They have different tasks that they're doing on the weekends, and that's one of the reasons why I changed up a little bit to the weekdays.
Yeah, that weekday is terrible. I
Yes.
can't do that. That's too late. I'll be in the bed, Jerry.
I feel you.
9 o'clock, 9:30.
Well, things have, like I said, things have settled down. We're at the end of summer, and we can't talk. And quite frankly, I'm not a pessimist, but that COVID is, raising this ugly head.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of us met each other during the COVID period.
Right.
So, hey, Jerry, I have a question for you. Were you what is number one? What is one of your purposes for participating in this family research?
For me personally, it's to get a chance to see you, you know, we stay about an hour and a half away, but you know, it's always nice to see your parents when you can. And also, I've seen the effects it's had on other people, and it's been pretty positive. So, you know, I like to check in from time to time just to see the new faces and see some of the ones who've been here from the beginning. But it's just a positive group. Yeah.
So how far away do you live?
I live in Long Beach, and my
Oh,
dad,
okay.
he lives in San Diego.
I see. Okay.
Hmm.
I have some cousins in Long Beach too.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just up to Jerry's house last weekend.
Nice.
My wife and I and my great granddaughter, Sunshine.
How old is your granddaughter? Great granddaughter.
She's 5.
Okay.
And see, Jerry, my granddaughter, actually, she's 9. And so, and Tyler, he's what, 17, 18.
Okay.
17.
Yeah, son. So, you know, we just go, you know, get on the road and go see them. They're a couple, you know, hour and a half, 2 hours away. You know, that's one way of seeing the white of their eyes, is go see them. And
Mhm.
we had it real good time. And the major event that, you know, I had this year and the family had, we had a interim reunion, you know, live,
Oh, what?
an interim family reunion.
Okay. So you said a funeral reunion. What?
in Omaha, Nebraska, and at the end of July.
And this is
a
where
nu-
you were born?
yeah, that's where I was born, and that's where a number of our relatives came, and my brothers and sisters were there. And my
Nice.
sister lives there, and my brothers, we all came in because we live in different parts of the country. And then our kids and grandkids and great grandkids were there too. And so we was able to come together, and it was a real positive 5 or 6 day event for them.
You
And
had
they,
5-day reunion?
yes,
Wow.
5 days. And then
That's long, Gary. I don't know if I can handle that.
and I stayed another week
Woo.
fishing and interacting with the family members. Yeah, I don't go anywhere for a weekend. If I'm going,
I attended one reunion from a side I didn't know, and my God, I was ready to go after 2 days. That's enough. That was enough for me.
oh no, ours was power packed with activities and family, and it was a blessing to be together. All kinds of activities, and we had a base at one of the hotels downtown. That was our base, and then we got good rates, and so everybody was able to come in. And then we have family that are there, different events with the family. So that's what made it, you know, a success. Is that our relatives have houses and families, you know, they live there. And we were there in our base was the Marriott downtown. And so, and the other family members that came in, they booked the same hotel. So we must have had like, you know, 20 family members, 20 hotel rooms.
Nice.
So that was fun.
I think that you've had fun. They were just meeting. I met one cousin a couple years back. Then they said they were having their first reunion. And I met his daughter before the reunion, which she was pretty cool. But I met her.
No, well, ours, what was unique about it is, you know, it's been a while since you know, my siblings were all together. And so when you had these different layers, you had the older siblings, our adult children and their children, and the children have children. So we had like 3 generations.
Nice.
And, we blessed. So all of our family members came. A lot of them came. So
Nice.
so we was able to participate and share stories, share DNA. You know,
So all of them, are they all on Ancestry?
no, some are and some aren't. But I had a display, a DNA display, trees and presentation pictures, photos, and
Nice.
the people who were interested, I was able to give them some of the family history,
Okay.
and they were, they were curious, and it was really enlightening that I was able to, share what I've learned with a number of my family members. So Jerry, one more question. I'm gonna need your help.
Not today. What are you trying to do?
I got a question for you.
What?
I have some DNA matches that are
Look,
pretty.
I only have 2 kids. I don't have any more. Don't come over here trying to pin no more on me. No.
These aren't yours, but
Okay,
they
okay, I'm cool. I'm game. What's up?
they're not yours, but they are close DNA matches that we're going to have to follow up on, and I believe we're going to have to approach them. I'd like to have your input on how to reach out to them, because they do match you on Ancestry, and maybe a message from you will get a response from them.
And
So I appreciate it if I told you who they were, if you would reach out to them and see if they would respond to you.
do I need a list?
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
Okay.
You can see them. As a matter of fact, if you pull up your tree and look at your DNA matches, the ones that you don't know and they're real high up there, you'll be saying, "Oh, who is that?" Those are the ones I'm talking about.
All right.
We'll work on that.
Okay.
You don't seem so excited.
They're about to open up a can of worms.
Jerry, you on mute.
Okay, I want to go into some of the programs just briefly. What I have, the Family Tree Maker. I want to share my screen and go over it. Multiple screens, and okay. Can you see my Family Tree Maker?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty clear, you can see it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what I do, I use it for a number of purposes, but one of the main things that I use it for is cleaning up my tree, filling out the reports. Eddie, you can publish your report from any of the family members, and I use it for that. And I also, over here on the left, if I have duplicate people, I can correct, eliminate, consolidate the information, and clean up my trees, so it's not really all over the place. And I had to take a serious approach to that because of, number one, I wanted to be more precise with my research, and the other one is, we're having reparations out here in California, and I wanted to have a more accurate tree. And so I do have a more accurate tree, and I have it documented. And I'm able to send my PDF files of my genealogy generations to other people. So an example, and I know you've all seen it. I'm gonna go over here to David's, my grandfather David. There he is, David Moss, and his father was Thomas Moss. I'm gonna click on him. And then his father, to the best of my recollection, is William Jack Moss right here, my third great grandfather. So what I can do with him, with this program, is I can pick on him, and he's over here. You see him over on the right. Can you see that information? Third great grandfather, Jerry Moss. Can you see that?
Yes.
Okay. And then from there, I can publish, and I can do over here a pedigree chart, a descendant chart, and a relation chart. And the one that I did was a descendant chart, but this one doesn't look like the one that I've done previously. Oh, let me do it right here, over here. The charts, not a report, genealogy report. That's the difference. You see what I did? I switched to a report, and here's a descendant report. So we're going to do a descendant report on him. And it's pulling him and all the information from him. And the generations right now, it has 4 generations. I want to have up to, it's still pulling it up. Come on. There they are. See the descendants of William Jack Moss. You see that?
Yes.
Okay. And here's an example. Generation 1, generation 2. And so there's 2 generations. So if I just wanted 2 generations, I stop at generation 2. But I want more. I want to go all the way down to me and my son Jerry and his kids. So I would switch this down to generate 12 generations from my third great grandfather. And then I'm gonna ask it to generate a report. Let's see if I can.
Hey, Gracie.
Hi, Gracie.
There's Gracie.
Hello. How is everyone?
Good.
Right.
How are you?
Good.
So there it is, gathering report for 12 generations. And on this, let me just show you what they are. That's William Jack Moss. It comes all the way down to coming up 16. It's not 16. Let's go up. All right. This is me, generation 6. And my wife, there's Jerry, Bridget, and my son Donnell. And then it comes down to Jerry Jr., who's on here with us, and his wife, and his kids right there, and my daughter Bridget, her her son, my grandson, Delon, right here, Donnell, and then my grandson. There he is. And it should have yeah. And my grandson, he had Kalea moss, and that's my second great. I mean, my great granddaughter. So that's what this report was able to generate. All these people, and then you can also add. You can include pictures, and it's going to go compile those, and put them in this report. You see how it's gathering the information?
Yes.
So it's going to generate that and include children right here. On this report. And see, that's what makes this so powerful. And imagine me doing all my research, and now I have it in a form that is usable. We can share it with other relatives. Now there you go. And what this does, now this report not only has the my ancestors, and starting with my third great grandfather, but it has pictures. You can see the pictures over on the side, and they're from my media. And they add the picture to them. My cousin, my great uncle Luther Henry got a picture of them, and they're all my second aunt Josephine Moss got a picture of them, and her granddaughter, one of her granddaughters, one of her great granddaughters lives here in San Diego, and she has pictures. Her name is Josephine, named after her, and she has pictures of the family that I use, of my great uncles and my great grandfather family that I never knew about. So that's how we were able to build our family portrait and build our family tree. And I just wanted to show you the power of this program. James Monroe, you can see their pictures. And then we can come all the way down here. This is my father. Now there's a picture of him. And my picture, I had the picture of my son's wedding. If I click on it, I can't click on it to get to it. And there's my brother Dale. And here's one picture of Jerry. Where he at? There he is. Right here. That's a profile. That's a picture of Jerry when he was younger. My grandson Delon. And so that's what this report is able to do. Can you see the power of it? And then what you do is over here, you see what you do with it. I want to share it, so you click over here, share, and you want to export to PDF. And what it's doing, it export this over. Okay, they got a title for it, and there it is, Descendants of Jack Moss. And I'm gonna save it. Where is it being saved at? Oh, it's being saved to my desktop. But what I'm gonna do to make sure, I'm gonna show you the one I just generated. I'm gonna put a date. September 3rd, 2000.
Let's save comments. I don't guess so.
And I'm gonna save it. So it's exporting. It's exporting the document. What is it asking me here? Do you want to open this file? I'm gonna say no. And I will stop sharing my screen. And where it is, it's on my desktop. So if I go over here, desktop, that that was a PDF, descendants of here, descendants of William Moss, September 3rd, right? I double click on that.
Can't see it, Jerry.
Okay, I'm getting ready to show it to you now.
Okay.
Getting ready to show it to you. And there it is. So I saved it to my, over to the side. There you go. I saved it to the side, and here it is. It's what I generated, the PDF file. And so I can send that file just like it is to any of my relatives, and then they'll have the generations of everything that's in the tree that I generate. So that's the value of this. That's the value of Family Tree Maker that I use it for. So I just want to, could you give me some feedback on that exercise that you saw me go through, the briefly 10-minute exercise? Any comments on that?
I think it was great. The one suggestion I have is that when you put the females in the tree, maybe just have their maiden name and not the married name, so that you can distinguish them. In some of them, I think there might be one or two extra names in the tree. Do you see what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I see what you're talking about, but what happened is that's something that I would take a look at that.
Mm-hmm.
But in my tree, it's really I have some information that some of the other family members who aren't even Mosses, for example, when they do their research, they'll pull this person up, they will see the maiden name. And some of my relatives who are Mosses or Gildens on my mother's side or my father's side, they will see that their maiden name, okay, this is on the Gilden side. This is on the, and this one is on the Moss side. So that's why I do that, is to definitely identify that person. But I will look at that, and one of the reasons, Iris, that I'll definitely take a good look at it is in my Family Tree Maker. I can really look for that. I can start looking at that and make sure I eliminate that double person.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not saying take off those husbands, but if you leave just the maiden name, sometimes you'll get more hints that way than if you have, Iris, Grant, Jones, Valentine in one. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how the program is built. I see what you're saying. You want to utilize all the different tools that the program offers.
Yes, because you get those hints. And I find that sometimes when I have multiple names, last names for a female, it will not give me the records that are actually there, if that makes any sense.
Oh yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what I'll do is, again, I am keeping my, my moss tree that is private, and we've all discussed reasons why.
I gotcha.
But I do have a public tree that will.
So that one you have that you showed us is your private tree.
Yes.
I see. Okay.
And I don't want anybody messing with that tree.
Yeah.
I've done a lot of work with it, and you can see I've used my family tree maker, which I pay for, that family tree maker, not only for the program. I have the support, the family tree support. So when I pull that program up, I call family tree support, and one of the techs, they're on the line with me. And I spend time with them, and I make sure that I have questions answered, and no, do it this way, or help me I need this information, so that I can confidently have a PDF like I just showed you. And I can give that PDF to any of my family members, and they can do it, they can verify the information.
I think that's very helpful and a great way to share with people who probably are new to family research. I think it gives them a way to see it step by step, because sometimes it's very difficult to visualize how big of a tree you're actually talking about.
It definitely does. And the other thing too, again, Iris, I had no idea that 2 years ago, I'm just working on building and learning these skills and techniques. But I had no idea that we were going to be having a reparations task force. That California is going to have, we had a reparations task force, and they want us to be able to identify ancestors that were enslaved anywhere in the United States before 1900.
Right.
And you're going to have some records in order to do that.
Definitely.
And so now I have that PDF right there. My relatives in California, a lot of these DNA relatives that I reach out to, that they're not responding. When we go further in this process and they start asking for verification, and they need information, I might hear from some of them. But my main purpose and goal is for my family, my immediate family, and my DNA family who are interested in knowing their ancestors. So that's why I have that PDF file that I can just send it. And then they can just open it up and they can see all their descendants. All their ancestors. So that's the power of that program. And I just wanted to share that.
Thank you. That was helpful.
And one thing that I want to offer to you is, for those who don't have that program and they share their tree with me, there is a process of me taking that tree that they share, like say an Iris tree, you share with me. I copy your tree into these different trees I have in Ancestry, and they have your tree. I open up Family Tree Maker, and I select your tree and sync it in with my Family Tree Maker program. And so it'll bring your tree in, and then I'll have your tree in Family Tree Maker and in Ancestry, and it'll sync it so they're the same. And then I will pick on whatever ancestor you want, click on them, second, third, fourth grandparent, and I can push a report. And it will give you a report of them.
Mm-hmm.
And then you would have a PDF file, a report in a form that you can text, email to any of your relatives.
Mm-hmm.
And you can have for yourself.
Yeah.
And so that's the value of it. And at Eddie's meeting last week, that's what he actually did. One of the participants, while one of the participants actually sent Eddie a meeting, a tree, and he went through the steps of getting that tree, synchronizing it, publishing it, and sending it back to that person. So I'm just giving you an example. That's one of the most powerful tools that I use, is that family tree maker, because it's simpler to eliminate duplications. You know, it could identify them quicker, and then you can see, oh, there's two the same name, and because it goes to the dates, it has the dates, and you say, okay, those are similar. They're in my tree. I'll put these two together, and then I'll use as much information from one of the persons. I'll use some information from the other one, and I'll combine the information that is useful, and then I'll have one person, and then it eliminates them. At some point, you're going to have to clean up your tree. Hell, I went 3 years without cleaning up mine. But I took my time and said, hey, you know, I got to have a clean, I can't go with no shotgun approach now with this DNA and with the research I've had. I have to have the sharpest sniper laser point on my research. I'm not walking around here with no shotgun now. I am using lasers. That's how accurate I am. I just want to be truthful with you. You just can't have it scattered. And then, you know, when it comes down, when somebody comes verified, when I submit this to this California Freedmen's Bureau, they shoot all kind of holes into it. See, because everybody's going to try to trip us up. And even if they don't try it in California, trip me up, they're going to try to trip up my son years from now. Like, how'd you get this? How can you verify that? You see? So I want to do as much as I can to have some accurate information, so that when my family, because you know the program, this California Reparations Task Force, these atrocities, these 5 atrocities that they're putting values to, they're for me and my descendants. They all qualify. By the way, that's my grandson. I'm declining. He's got a video. He's up in LA. Beyonce's concert last night. His friend, they all went to it. His friend went there.
Nice.
My daughter went a couple of days ago in Las Vegas. I'm telling you, I got some high flyers. They fly right past their dad and grandpa. That's okay. They got to land sometime.
Mhm.
So that's the one presentation I wanted to give, because I always like to, you know, have a teachable moment. And so
So what's the name of the program?
Family Tree Maker.
Okay.
So
All right.
I'm going to open it up because I want to open the floor to, is there anything that any of you want to share on your screens? Anything, any information that you want to share with us?
Nice.
I don't have anything right now.
Okay. Do you, Teresa?
I don't think she's there.
I think she stepped away for a minute.
Okay.
And
Gracie, how's your research going?
not good. I was on last night. See, my problem is I don't know anything or anyone, and so I was trying to put in the person that is supposed to be my father, but I couldn't get anywhere because all the information they wanted, I don't know it. All I know is the name. I don't know anything else. And I'm just lost. I don't really know my mom's side. I don't know my dad, period. So I don't know where to go with this.
You just have to put the name in if you have a name, that's all.
Huh?
But if you have a name, just put the name in. You don't have to have any other information. It'll give.
I put the name in last night and I tried to follow what you told me. And it came up with quite a few William Wood. But the I try to go through and pick out the ones that I figured was not related because I was picking out everybody that was in Alabama because I figured that's where it started. But it was quite a few in Alabama, so my thing was I'm gonna go back and try to do it again and see who I can come out with. I don't know, but I know the ones that didn't have Alabama as where they were located, I excluded them.
Is it where they were located or where they were born?
I'm not sure they were born there or not. It's just I saw about 4 Birmingham, Alabama, and other parts of Alabama. So I said, well, maybe he's one of these guys. I don't know. But then it asked me for the birthday, the date I think they died, and all this stuff. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know.
So Teresa, you have spent some time working with Gracie?
Yeah.
Yes,
What's your assessment?
got work to do because we keep finding different things. So when we started, it was one name that she thought was the dad. I guess it was Spears. And the last time we worked, we found the other name, which is Irvin, but the relatives I found were Irby, based on some of the obituaries that were provided from another family member. So there's different names. We just have to figure out which name it is.
Who is
Irvin versus Irby, and then Spears, and now it's Woods, possibly Woods.
Did you find any close DNA relatives with high centromorgans that match her?
Yep.
How high?
Very.
What is she? A first, second cousin?
First.
There's a first, second cousin there, but she doesn't respond.
She won't respond.
Can you show us? Can you share your screen so we can see?
No. We're not going down that one right now. Not now.
Why not? Why not? You said we were sharing. You asked her to.
Okay, go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Don't you start, Jerry.
All right.
Look at the.
Look at Jerry Jr. Oh my God.
Don't fall asleep on this one. Don't fall asleep on this one, buddy.
Okay, so I need to share my screen.
Yeah.
And then make sure
You have Ancestry open?
Then make sure I got it set up for her.
Yeah, I know I'm not
There you go.
computer literate with this stuff.
Do you have Ancestry open?
No, nuh-uh. I'm not opening it. Okay.
That's
Okay.
pretty close. It's second or third cousin? Teresa?
She's close. The person is, what is she? She's the first cousin. There ain't no second or third. She's the first.
Whoa.
Okay, I'm in my ancestry.
Okay, so at the bottom of your screen, do you see share screen? Green with the arrow pointing up?
No, not yet. Okay, where is it?
You see participants at the bottom?
Participant?
Yeah, chat.
Maybe it's at the top. I don't see it at the bottom, but you know my laptop is a mess, so
So do you see it at the top? Chat,
uh,
share screen, green box, arrow pointing up.
hmm. No, I don't see it.
Did you ever do an exercise with her before,
Yeah,
Say it
Teresa?
again.
Did
Have
you
I
ever
ever
do
did
an
what?
exercise? Have you ever did
I
exercise
see
like
the
this share
link. I
screen with her
want the
before?
lead thing. I want the.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Where is it?
It's one of these days, huh? I understand.
I
Hmm.
can share it if you can't do it.
I can't find it. Yeah, do it for me.
Okay. So this is the first cousin. But it's on the paternal side, but being you're saying that, well, actually this girl's confused herself. So she has another person working on her tree. And this is a married name. That's not her name. I forgot what the girl's name is, but yeah, that's not her name.
So,
Let me see.
Teresa, did
Mm-hmm.
did this Chihuahua, Chihuahua, her
No, that's
daughter?
her daughter.
I know
That's
This
my
one.
daughter.
she did.
Sequoia.
She did take the test.
Yeah, she took it first,
She did.
and then she told me about it. But she was looking for someone else.
That's your daughter.
Yes.
That's a blessing. And 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 and, and these common these urbans. That's what you're saying. Teresa is one of the names.
This is the person we're looking for. That's the father's
there.
side. But
Yeah.
she, like I said, this girl's completely confused. Well, she hasn't responded. There's another woman working on a tree who actually did respond. And Johnson is a married name. That's not the father's name. She thinks the name changed somewhere. Let me see. She's guessing. This girl doesn't know. She's guessing of what her father's name is based on well, she said her father was born a different name, which is weird. And then she says that she thinks the name is something else because I think it's a brother who has a different name. That just means to me that there's another father in there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's good.
That's not good.
Well,
So-
I'm saying that's good that you've gotten some feedback. You know that's what I'm saying. You're doing some research. You're getting some feedback.
Well, we need the feedback from her.
Yeah.
Can you
Hopefully.
show me Elisa Johnson's tree, please? Okay, so she's got a little bit. Where is she from? Or where's James Wesley Curtis from?
Who knows?
Georgia.
Possibly.
Died in Georgia.
Mhm.
What about his spouse?
Private.
Jean
Oh,
Oliver,
Betty Jean, Kentucky.
Kentucky to San Bernardino. Interesting. Okay. So have you added any of these people into Gracie's tree?
It's been a minute since I worked on this tree. Hold on.
Where? Look at those trees. Look how much work she's done. Isn't that something? Woo-wee.
Yeah, work for everybody else, not for me. Shoot.
Golly, you got a list.
Oh, yeah.
So according to this woman, okay, so Elisa's father was raised by the grandmother. Johnson is the married name. She hasn't figured out how to change it. The name is Lewis. Her maiden name is Lewis, and that was the father's name. And she thinks it may have changed to Anderson, from Lewis to Anderson at some point, because the father's brother on a paternal grandfather were both Andersons. That just means there's another father. A different father.
Exactly. She's not,
No, she don't know.
she doesn't know
So
anything. Okay.
her father's name is Lewis.
Okay. So then who's the next closest on that paternal line as far as DNA matches are concerned?
It's good they had this as a pro. It was a beta before. Now they're using it pretty accurately for mother and father side. Paternal. There's a paternal. It's Willie Mack.
We added him too.
Okay.
Have
And
you added him, or have you reached out to him?
No, he's been added. See this? And he's connected to the tree through DNA.
Has anybody reached out to him?
Mm-mm.
Not that I know of.
No.
You want me to click on his tree, Iris?
yes, please.
So that's the George Mac and all.
Where are they from?
Alabama.
Oh, interesting. So they could be McCracken's.
Now, who?
McCracken, McCracken. A lot of people with that last name or anything with the McIntyre, whatever. Some of them changed their name to Mac.
Oh, okay.
What about their the Hawkins,
Let's see where that guy is.
Marengo County, Alabama?
No, him. Okay, that's where that person is. It's the
Same person, same
no,
place.
not that person. The individual.
George?
The match.
No, the
DNA
match.
match.
Yeah, DNA match, please. Who? Yeah. Where is Willie Mack? Double click on him.
He's nowhere to be found.
Mm.
Doesn't have a
So
profile.
yeah. We could look at it from a location standpoint, like see how many people in Marengo County, Alabama are in her matches.
Well, on his father's side.
Mm-hmm.
No, this one's on both sides.
Oh, wow.
Maternal. Majority on the paternal side.
Mm-hmm. So I think that's a pretty big clue to focus on Marengo County, Alabama.
Mhm.
Does that one thing that's pretty consistent is that urban surname, right?
No, because that name has changed now. It's not even Irby. It's
It's not
Irby.
even, yeah, it's Irby.
IRBY. So it's not Irving at all.
So when you put in Irby, in the match names, what do you get?
We got a lot of people. I mean, a lot of, like my grandmother and I don't know. I don't even know how he did it. I don't even know how I ended up with Urban and everybody else got IRBY. I don't know.
There they are.
1,
Hmm.
2, 3.
That's pretty interesting. You're right. That it was all a change of spelling, and these people are DNA matches.
I
Yes.
saw Boone. I know I'm related to them.
Irby right here.
So the Boones and the Irbies probably were.
They're related. We're
Okay.
related. Yes. I know that because I talk with Kevin all the time. So
Oh, this Joseph. This ain't Kevin.
I know,
That's-
but he's probably related somewhere in there. Because my aunt, remember I told you my aunt last name was Boone before she got married.
So Wealthy Ann Irby.
Oh, from North Carolina. Okay.
Mm-hmm. That Boone is don't you have Boones, Teresa? From
Yep.
Daniel Boone?
Yes, I do.
From the Daniel Boone.
The Daniel Boone.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Pretty cool.
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
So that Irby's from North Carolina. But it's very possible that they went from North Carolina down to Alabama. That's a very well-traveled trail.
Mm-hmm.
What one thing you can do is you can just start reaching out to these people who are on your father's side through DNA.
This
Have,
might be the mother. The Irby might be the mother's side. Looks
Mm.
like.
Yeah, the Irby is the mom's side. Yeah.
but
Oh,
I'm
look.
just saying the ones that are on the father's side reach out and have a group, a blank message and tell them who you are and you believe they're related on the father's side. Reach out to them and see if they respond. And then that's how it starts, but you gotta take action. You can't sit back and wait. But this program has given you some hints. They already tell you who might be on your father's side or not. And then you got to start sending them messages and build some relations with them. That's and you might come into a genealogist on that side.
The
Oh,
three of
okay.
the same. These are all related. These Irby.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But they're all managed by Jackie. 1,
Yeah.
2, and 3.
And those people might be real kind and want to help. They may be in the same state you are, want to find some relatives, and then you can
Yeah.
prove to them, hey, we're DNA matches. That's how you build relationships. All right. One other thing too. If this is her tree, Teresa, could you please go to DNA summary for her tree? DNA summary. If you can get her DNA summary, Gracie's.
Frozen right now. Give me a minute.
My computer froze.
My computer froze.
Gracie, I'm gonna give you an example.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna give you an example of what I suggest how you approach this here going forward. Yeah, just another tool that you can use. while we wait, while we're waiting on Teresa's.
Okay.
This processing ancestry's been acting up.
Yeah.
Sure has. High latency issues.
I don't know. Can you kick me out of sharing?
I
It
do
says
that.
processing, so it's frozen.
Let me see.
Oh, okay.
It says that Iris has started.
Yeah.
Yeah, I took it off. I took myself off.
All
Oh,
right.
for what? Sharing?
Yeah. So see if
Oh.
you can share again.
Oh, frozen.
Okay. You're viewing Vinny's screen, so let me see if I can do it. Take it off. Stop participant sharing. I just clicked on that.
Mm-hmm.
That worked, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I do have some controls.
You do. You can
That
always
lady.
hang up and kick us all out.
Did you see that, Teresa? Did you see that?
He's
Oh,
off
mine's
again.
frozen.
Okay. I want to follow up on that. Gracie, we want to respond. I want to respond to you on how to start building a tree and finding different relatives.
Okay.
There's a tool that I use, and I believe this will help you while you're waiting on somebody to help you. You can help yourself. I'm gonna teach you how to fish for relatives. See, I can give you a fish and you'll eat for a day, but if I teach you how to fish, you'll eat for a lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
And so you will. So because you do your own. So here's an example of what I do, and this is how I started. One of the tools that I use for my research.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna share my screen and see where I post on. So can you see my home screen? Everybody.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
What I do, I go DNA summary.
Mm-hmm.
And I do this, well, when I'm doing my research, it's one of the first things I do. And do you see these DNA matches?
Right.
You see those people?
Yes.
All right. These people are your relatives. The ones on your screen are DNA relatives of yours.
Mm-hmm.
And so they change every 2 or 3 days, these pictures. They change every 2 or 3 days, but they are your DNA relatives. And you can see shared matches, and some of them are, I have 1,000 fourth cousins or closer. I can just have fourth cousins or closer show up on my screen instead of all of them that are fifth through eighth.
Mm-hmm.
So what I would do, here's this person right here. I haven't checked her out yet. You see this lady right here on
Yes.
the left? I'm gonna pick on her. So the first thing I do, I'll check her out, and I'll see her numbers. You see, she shared DNA 11 Central Morgans, one segment. I'll look at that first. I'll make a determination. Do I want to deal with these fifth through eighth cousins, or if one of these pictures is somebody fourth through sixth, or first or second will show up in these pictures.
Mm-hmm.
And then what I would do, I'll click on their name. And then that'll show me, can you see her picture?
Yes.
She joined July 29th, 2023. So she's a new person.
Right.
And she was active today,
Okay.
for example. So you see that?
Yes.
And so she is a relative of mine. See that fifth through eighth? And
Mm-hmm.
so what I would do, then I'll double click on the share match. And then what I would pick right here, share match. I want to see who she shares, who I share matches with this person with. And she comes up, I clicked on that, and the first person who comes up is this person, DeMarco Graham.
Right.
And this is the parent two side, but I got a color over here. I have to check that. But that means that this person matches somebody in my tree. Then let me pick this DeMarco Graham. I want to get clarification on him. And I do a share match on him because he only had about 28 Citrus Morgans. I do another share match. Okay. Now he comes up, he matches Jerry Jr. first. And then my other son, Donnell Gooden.
Mm-hmm.
And then my niece, Rachel. Here comes Eddie. And that's on my mother's side. And see,
Okay.
that's why it's blue. Karma Cunningham, that's on my mother's side. So this DeMarco Graham is really on my mother's side. So I have to change this.
Right.
So I have to edit this. I have to edit his let me see. Edit. He has to, I had to change him to my mother's side. Take him off my father's side. So now he's on that side.
Okay.
Now let me show you what I do with the information. So I know he's fourth through sixth cousin on my mother's side. So what I would do up here on my messages, this is what I want you to do. Write a story out about yourself, who you are, what you've what you studied, what you found so far, and here's someone that I sent a message to. And I'm gonna come down where somebody on this side. I did some research on these people. Let's do a share my comments. But anyway, here's what I do. I'll get this message. I'll tell who my name is. I'll write out a message. I'm inviting you to a meeting. I'll say you and I are related on my mother or father's side, and I'll see how many Central Morgans they are. And then what I would do is take this, come down, right click on it, and copy it.
Okay.
And this new person that I just met, you see this person here? I'll go to message. His name is DeMarco Graham. I'll pick his name. I'll pick him up. And let me move y'all over. Hey, thanks for showing up, Eddie. And then right here in the message, I'll pick there and right click and paste.
Mm-hmm.
And then what happens is all that information I had is right there, but I would change the name right here. Come right in here and change the name to this person here, DeMarco, DeMarco. And I tell them my name, and we're related through DNA. Here it is. Hello, new cousin DeMarco. My name is Jerry Moss. We're related through DNA. Hope all's well. I'm inviting you to a Zoom meeting. Our meetings are held first and third Sunday of each month. Our next meeting will be this Sunday, September 3rd. The meeting will be at those times. And our last meeting was very informative. You know, Diane, Francis, and Gracie, they attended it. And here's a link to that meeting. And then I'm sending my meeting invitation right there. And I'm telling them, okay, we're going to be studying Family Tree Maker. We just did that. We're going to help new people create GEDmatch, conduct different answers. And I'll be sharing a few photos of my family that were taken in Omaha, Nebraska, my hometown, and share, and you guys can share any family members, any photos with the members. And then what I do with that, I just send it. Bingo. And that goes off to that person. And I just take turns with all those different people. I just pick on those people.
Okay.
One of those people, and then I can tell if they're on my father's side or my mother's side, and I send them a message, the same message, and then they'll respond. So you're fishing. You got to go out there and throw it out there. You got to cast. Action words in the Bible, it says a lot. Cast your negative feelings. Cast your troubles away. You got to cast. You got to take action. Cast your information out there in that ocean, and you might catch a whale, or you might catch a shark, or a yellowfin. But you have to cast. You have to take action, and so I do that first.
Okay.
And then when you cast out, you know they're your relatives, and then it's up to them. They might respond, and then when they do respond, then you start a relationship. So that's what I do. And sometimes they might respond, and they're like a 5th through 8th, but they say, I talked to my grandmother, and the grandmother says, oh yeah, I know that family. And then that family, oh, I know the Mosses, and then I'll contact that mother, or they'll give me that information, and then pretty soon you'll be able to fill your family portrait. And that's the tool, the fishing tool that I use. If you use that tool, I guarantee you that you will catch relatives.
Well, I did do that right before I went into the hospital. I did put some information out there, and I got some feedback, but I didn't know it at the time because I was in the hospital. So I didn't check it till like maybe 3 weeks later. But he responded, and he asked me to please call him. He left me a number.
There you go.
So I called, and he said we are, I think he said second cousins.
There you go. Did you hear that, Iris?
I hear it. I hear it.
Yeah. He lives in Louisiana, and he's been calling me a lot. He called me on my birthday, and he called me the other day, and we talked, but he's the one that sent me all the obituaries. I sent the obituaries to Walter and Teresa. Walter was supposed to get them printed out for me, but I haven't heard from him.
My goodness. So this is just by taking the time to show you that method, we got more information out of you than we knew you had.
Yeah.
By you taking action.
I'm trying. I'm trying a little bit.
Well, I feel a little better about it now. about your plight. So do more of that fishing, and cast it in the ocean. Have more accurate information, and then throw it out there in that ocean. And these people are going to respond. They want to meet you.
Yeah,
but they can't meet you if you don't make yourself available. If you're not casting and putting out something that some of the whales will go right by it, but a shark hit it, and then it's your task to reel them in. So what they hit
Okay.
your bait? They can break your hook and you lost them. Or they can break your line, you lost them.
Yeah,
But
but you just keep trying.
this person responded to you, and not only did he respond to you, he gave you obituaries and everything else.
Yes.
You never know him.
Yeah.
So you use my method, my family fishing method.
Yes.
Well, good for you.
Yes.
I'm glad to hear that. What's
Yeah.
up, champ? You out shopping? Eddie, you out shopping, huh?
Oh no, he don't hear us, I don't guess.
Oh yeah, he hears us. He's out there. He usually out shopping on Sundays when it's not his day, or even when he does.
Oh.
But anyway, that's an example. And I had mentioned, Eddie, about how you showed you took a tree and published a tree last week in your family tree maker. That was very helpful. And Gracie, now he's not at home. He's over his daughter's house. That's
Oh,
what he
okay.
said. And so, Gracie, now will you do more of that?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And then when we meet you again, um, you know, because I have to be a little bit more frank with you. I don't want to hear a lot of I don't knows. I want to hear what you found and what you
Okay.
caught.
Okay.
I don't want to hear a lot. Oh, woe is me. I want you to be more proactive and start casting
Okay.
and build your confidence up.
All
Okay,
right.
because you
Yeah.
with us. You're on our team. You know you on you on you're on the top team out here. We don't, we're here. We're here to work, but we don't want our work to go in vain. So, you got to give us something to work with.
I will.
All right.
I will.
So, do we have, it's been about an hour and a half, and that's good for me. How's it sound with you guys, everybody? Can we have some closing remarks? Starting with Iris, Gracie, and Jared.
Well, I just want to say thank you. This was good. And Gracie, I want to encourage you to start categorizing your matches, maybe focus a little bit more on where they are, where in those trees that you see, like you found that Marengo County, Alabama. Do a little bit more research on that. And I think once you can start connecting those dots, maybe putting notes in your matches that say this person's from Marengo County, Alabama, then it's going to start, that puzzle's going to come together for you. And once you get like one piece of that puzzle, it can go forward and fill in the rest of the blanks for you. It's going to take some time, but it's there for you, and you're going to have a breakthrough soon. So I'm excited for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
And as a follow-up on that, Iris, it's a family portrait. I have another task for you, Gracie. At our next meeting, when you're able to attend, please share information with us that this cousin gave you.
Oh, yes. Yes.
That'd be a good one to start with for us.
Yes.
I want to see.
Me my
Hold it. You've got to concentrate when I'm giving you some
okay.
authority.
Tell me. What is it?
So, share with us what you found, and then we can help you find more. That's all I'm saying. Okay, that's your task.
All right.
Now, your closing comments, please.
I want to just say thank you also for all the help that you all provide, showing me the way to go, because I am a little lost. I'm a little confused, and I want to do better, and I'm going to do better.
Amen.
Because I don't want you fussing at me, Jerry. And I just want to say I appreciate you all and I love you all. And yes, I'm gonna try very hard so next time I come on Zoom, I have some type of information to give.
Thank you so much, and we're praying for you. Please pray for us too.
Oh yeah, pray for me anyway. I gotta go have surgery again on the 11th of September. I gotta have a pacemaker. So
we'll be praying for
pray
you.
for me again.
Yeah,
Definitely keep you in our prayers.
Thank you.
we sure will. Jerry, please.
Well, just speaking to Gracie,
Hi, Jerry.
how you doing?
All right, how are you?
Good, good. I was just going through some old paperwork and I was reading some things and they kind of apply to you, Gracie. I just want to repeat a couple of just some inspiration, a couple of quotes.
Okay.
Without commitment, you'll never start. But more importantly, without consistency, you'll never finish. Next one, it's not over until Gracie wins.
Amen.
Next one, I want the world to be better because Gracie was here.
Thank you.
Next one, someone's opinion of you does not have to become your reality. Last one,
Wow.
every morning when I get up, my mindset is, what is it that I can do to touch and impact somebody's life today? What is it? What does it actually look like?
Yes, yes. I do ask that question.
Right on.
Yes.
That's it for me.
Thank you. Thank you.
God bless everybody.
Thank you so much.
Jerry.
So, Eddie, you're at your daughter's house. You can't talk. Or
No, I can talk, but I came at the last end, so I don't have any comments.
but closing
No, no.
You
remarks.
can say something.
Closing remarks.
Eddie, don't say the wrong thing. I'm gonna let you know that right now. You've been doing good. You've been doing good. Don't start now. I'm watching you. I'm watching you right now.
Uh-oh, there he goes.
Okay,
There
yeah.
we go. There we go. Oh boy.
Hey, you saw where Jack. Uh-oh.
Oh boy. I tried. You had to bring it out. I had to bring it out on you.
Nah, I haven't really no comment. I'm just came in on that back end, so but everything looked like it was good.
But thank you, Chair.
Mhm.
And you're set for next week or two.
I think so.
Yeah. All right. Well, we look forward to seeing you then. And everybody else, my closing remarks are, if I believe in being firm but fair, and I want to encourage you, and please encourage me, and feel free to do that because we are family.
Family. Yes.
Mhm.
Enjoy the rest of y'all's weekend.
Yes.
You too.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Iris. Thanks for coming.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Gracie.
Thank you.
All right, champ.
Close your eyes. All right.
Good blood.
What's up, pal?
Great presentation. You were awesome.
Hey, appreciate it. You too. You too. How's it coming out back?
Oh, the progress. I'm steady at it. I just, how do you eat an elephant?
A little at a time.
One bite at a time.
That's right.
But I've been persistent, and I've been out there fishing.
Yeah.
I went out to Santee yesterday in the morning, And I didn't catch anything, but my friends, they didn't catch anything either. But I did find one of my friends who I had fished with that night when we caught all those fish, him and I, Ty,
Yeah.
and he had lost my card. So it was a blessing that we both were out there yesterday. So we reestablished ourselves. So I got my new fishing buddy back. And he told me that night he caught 27.
Wow.
He was catching them, and I saw him putting them in a bag and running to his car, and then he'd come back. And so
He was smart. In case them people came up on him, right?
yeah,
27. What
yeah,
said it when they were biting, weren't they?
yeah, man. And I came out of there with 8.
Yeah.
So, but that was then, and we're just taking it day by day. And thank you so much for participating. You made a difference in the meeting.
Hey, thank you, Pop. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, those were some very kind words, and I see, you can see how it's uplifting. It's encouraging.
Mm-hmm. It's all good. It's all good.
It's all good. It's all God.
That's
So
right.
let's stay in touch.
Okay, Pop, love you.
Love you more. It's a blessing. Nice positive meeting. Your family. It's all good. It's all God. Peace.